Hey, guess who's back here? DayTraderRockStar with a new stock on the HPS watch list. This is a new alert, new stock. Just came about upon it tonight doing some extra research, so getting it out to you. And again, this is the type of service you get here at Day Trading Radio when we're doing our scans and stuff, and I find that one is, and I'm putting this one out because I just found I'm going to put it out to the public, but this is what we do here at Day Trading Radio. We add these stocks to what we call the high probability watch list, and it's a watch list that goes out each week that has to fit a certain criteria. And typically we see something earlier or between, inside the week, because I tend to put out the watch list on Fridays or Saturdays for the following week. And then if we come across a new setup, I like to put them in at, like midweek. Right now it's Tuesday, so I want to put this one in it. But I'm also going to alert people that it is in there. So this is typically the alert that goes out to the members, but I'm sending it out to everyone as we close out May and celebrate Memorial Day. We have a shortened week this week, but general dynamic, like I just put out the watch list before. PYPL was a divergence setup that we got into today, and you can see the big run, and it went up to the 20. Our next test is going to be the 50, and then of course we're going to have that $70 level way up here. Could be in play down the road here. So beautiful setup here, beautiful steep divergence, everything looking great on this. This Danny Boy call was from back over here. This is the Rockstar call here from yesterday's watch list that went out. And then again, I think we get some follow through tomorrow. I think this is a nice bottom. Divergences, sometimes we look back at them, like back here, the perfect divergence in this, and look at the big move over time, over the whole month we had. So this looks like a good setup here. I'm very happy with this one. All right, so besides PayPal, we have another one that's setting up pretty good here. All right.
Order cancel.
Now I'm getting up here a second. Let you give you a tour here.
Tradometer NQ oversold.
I'm walking back over to the microphone here. Thank you. Even though I'm recording this professionally, this is how I move around the office sometimes. I need something for my throat because I've been talking on the mic here for it feels like 24 hours. So let me just have it quench my thirst here. Now you can hear that can was a little bit different. It wasn't a normal Coke can. It was a dreaded Pepsi can because I didn't have Coke where I was going. Anyway, so new HPS setup going out. You can thank me with your memberships at DayTradingRadio.com. If you're not a member yet, you can thank me with your memberships here when you have a nice move up here. Here we got General Dynamics. You see the lower trend line. Now it's not 100% at the closing price. It's not 100% there. It's not 100%. We take kind of an average area. We could probably adjust this a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe we could adjust it there. That's probably about right. We came down, bounced off of it, came down, held it, came down, held it, held it, held it one last time. This was the key area here, this little candle right here. That's our divergence candle. And it's on the trend line. It's oversold. It was a steep divergence. Here's the daily. And we'll take a look at the hourly, even though the hourly might be a little extended there. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Again, we're not in it yet. One more push down here. The 204 level, maybe, but we're going to see how it sets up tomorrow. This is very good to go. I like it. I'm going to probably start to look for a position in this. Our first target will be that 214 area because that was recent support. You might even go out to 210. Might even be better. Between 210 and 214, we'll make it 212. That'll be our first target. It's 206. Not bad. All right, so let me set that up for us on the charts. Well, first thing we're going to do, always look out when I find the chart that fits the criteria. Then we're going to take a look at the fundamentals and the overall
Order
what I
canceled.
could see on
Order canceled.
what I could see on FinViz for this. So the FinViz, you can see that downward channel line, but they don't have a channel they don't have the lower channel line here in. But that is, believe me, it looks like a good one. And look at the candles here. Good reversal candle, spike down, closed a little bit higher. Nice move up here. Same thing, big candle reversed, went started moving back up here. This is a pretty good candle. We have a decent little candle shadow there at the tail. Took out the lows a little by maybe a couple pennies. Who knows how much. It still had a reversal, closed on the highs basically. That's the combination we've been seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely looking for some follow through tomorrow. And again, I'm hearing popcorn in the background because I know the market's kind of sell off here at the lows here. We're down 4 1/4. I do have that put. I have 2 puts going into tomorrow, but the GD here. Let's break this one down. So we'd like that. We like everything about this. Analyzing where the lows are, how buyers come in. PE here, forward PE is 13. I don't know what the industry standard is. 16, 18. It's pretty good. Peg ratio 154. Could be better, but everything else just is kind of neutral. Not bad. No red flags here. No red flags. Then we had the latest with William Blair with the outperform. That was March 30th. Let's see if we can go. I don't see any price target on that. Let's go see if we can go out to March 30th and see it. I don't think I see it here. March 29th. Should weakness of Gemini dynamics going to be saved as a side of the market? April.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right. Well, not seeing where any big news is or any price targets. The last I could see is December here, $298 price target by Citigroup, and that was in December, beginning of the year. Remember, it's May now, going into June. So I mean, this is way off what their target was at 298. I don't know how they came about to that target. Citigroup, but all these companies here, they must have experts working for them. Let's go back. And we scroll down a little bit further. Again, look at some general news. If you want to dig down a little deeper, you could dig down a little deeper, but I prefer just to get down to the bottom here and look at insider trading. Look at that. Look at the top there. One guy starting to get in. Everyone else, there was some selling going on in August, selling in January. Now, all of a sudden, May 2nd, a director here picking up some at $214, 4,700 shares, about $1 million worth. That's a number of. He just started his position here. So maybe you can read into that how you want to read into it. We could dig down a little bit, further into it, and take a look at them. This is a pretty cool site because you click on the and see who this guy and see what he's involved in here. So he did buy some 169. So he has 7,700, and he just bought some more. What was that? October 26th. It was at 169. I want to just take a look at that price. October 26th. Oh, that must have been way out here. Yeah. 2021 he picked. So it's come all the way back down. Oh,
Order
I love
filled.
this. I love
Order
it.
canceled.
Love
Order
everything about
canceled.
it. All right. So we got that. We got insiders. We got we got a nice crossover. We have a trend line. We have a reversal. We have a divergence. So we have insiders, and we're pretty good fundamentals. Lower trend line, recognizable channel. Everything looks good. Market falls out. All bets are off. But this has to be on the watch list. Has to be on the watch list. So let's go back to the videotape. Johnny. All right, you can see that we're establishing our buy signal here. Just on making a higher high on this. Posted in varsity football. Got a nice little crossover on that on the daily too, which I like. It's called a Nike check mark. And we need to see some strength in it. It looks good. I mean, even if it chopped around here
Quad
for a bit,
rotation setup.
I think it's good. I think it's a good setup here. And there we go. Quad rotation. There goes the stock, moving up. Kind of getting a little move again. Most of these setups will give you good, give you a profit. The key is, can you take your profit off without getting too greedy? We know where we're going to get the directional moves. We know where the stochastics and the flow is going to go. We know when the rotation is coming. But how far does it go before sellers take over again? So, again, good setup here. But how long will that be a good setup for? I always say now we just watch that and I should bring this down so you can see it. Well, you can see it on my screen. You can't see it on the screen that I'm doing this on. Anyway, let me jump over to this. So we're getting that bounce. And we're going to watch the 20-period moving average
Quad
here.
rotation setup.
There we go. And it's a quad rotation, so you're getting a bigger move than average move. So watch that 20-period moving average and watch the 80 mark here. Market came down hard, so these will be setting up. If there's anything here to play out, it might even gone too far as it is. This becomes difficult. The trend is down. We had some serious selling. Any bounce, you're threading the needle here. All right, back to the general dynamics here. Again, divergence now. So our target, again, we just talked about that on the futures. So always use that 20-period moving average as your target too. So say you get in at 206 and you get a fast move to 210. 210 would be our first area to watch. But, again, let's take a look at the weekly on this. See where those, and the stochastics on a weekly are oversold, and that doesn't happen too often. Let's take a look at the other chart one more time. I want to take a look at my trading view chart and look at that weekly. Yeah, the weekly looks fine too. It's very organized. It's on the 200-period moving average. Yeah, looks too good not to take.
Tradometer NQ oversold.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
What the heck is going on here? Oh, general dynamics right there.
Tradometer ES oversold.
All right, so I'm going to put my alerts in here, and again, these alerts are going to go out. So we want to make sure you at least get an alert that you can take advantage of, but you can hold it longer. My guess, because of the setup here, weekly to daily, you're going to push up to the 20 pretty fast. There is kind of a gap back here. We're going to call it to 110.50 to 215. All right, so 210.50 to 215. I could probably go higher. Again, that's being very conservative. I'm always conservative because we want to get these things hitting their targets. And once we have a divergence, we have a good shot of doing that. And again, it's just an alert system. It's going to alert you that it hit its targets, and then you can make that decision what you want to do. It could go higher. It could go, if the market could be changing. We could be at war. These stocks would be running if we're at war. 210, 50. Plus, and I usually put a plus, or I'll just go to 215. All right, and then we just kind of mark that down. Now, what I'm going to do is on the back end.
Order filled. Order canceled.
Put our stop
Order
in here
canceled.
too.
Order canceled. Order canceled.
We'll put our stop in. Our stop, because it's a divergence, just goes right underneath that. But I'll give it a little room. Let's give it to like around 200. We should give it a little bit underneath 200 actually, but we'll put it there. I want to see this thing move. I don't want it to pull back to 200 either. So, but we're just going to put it there, right around that 200 level. Just understand if things are breaking down out of this, things, we'll see how the markets are reacting to the debt ceiling. That's the only issue you have on the HPS. HPS works great unless there's news, and just like anything else, you have to roll with the news. I would say 80% of the HPS is that stop out because of news or earnings. 80%. I go back and check on them, and I said, damn, earnings, always earnings, gap down, earnings. Let's total 200. Again, another rule here is to always use your stops on this as a closing price stop. And I know it's hard to do because you get an alert when the price is hit, and it could break under it, and it could really, by the end of the day, closes above it. That happens a lot, especially if you're trading a trend line. You might get a breakdown here, take out the stop, close back on the trend line or right above it, and then the next day it takes off. So you have to, take in each situation and see how it is. All right, so that's our new best bet, General Dynamics, and I think that target is being real conservative. You could raise that target up here, all the way up eventually to 220 here as we get back up and probably get into a sideways kind of channel. So here's the top of the channel, the gap, the bottom of the channel, the divergence, or at least the oversold level.
Order submitted.
We'll move back
Order
up into
filled.
the top of the channel.
Order submitted.
Then
Order
back down.
submitted.
Maybe.
Order submitted.
That's what we're looking at, something like that. So I'm just going to keep that like that, just like that. Then I want to publish that, and we're going to send that out. It goes out as a private, but it gets listed in our HPS setups. HPS channel reversal. And then I'll publish that like that, and then it's set in stone. Now we're going to take these items and I'm going to put them in the HPS section here. The HPS section is on your dashboard, on the top of your dashboard. So if you have you log in here, and again, this is going out to a lot of new people. Don't forget the sale, Memorial Day sale, ends tomorrow's the last day. Get a great bargain on that. You get
Order
the
filled. Order canceled. Order canceled.
Pop right up on
Stop
Order
filled.
Order cancelled.
Oh, there was my stop. That market here just rolled it. So here's your dashboard. Oh, I'm not even showing you I got the wrong screen up. I'm not even showing you that. What you got going on here? All right, well. Right up on the top here, upper left-hand corner. That's where it is. And then the watch list video will come up, the index, the alerts. The alerts are right on the home section. And you can see there was, again, a couple stop loss. Even though we did take profits on CI, a lot of these setups, like the CI here, just didn't get to our targets. Doesn't mean we didn't take profits on these. You know, I did actually take... Let me sign in.
Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here, and I'm doing a special individual video on a really good...
All right, well, anyway, let's. I forgot I did a video of this one. Got so many videos.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Take a look at the Disney chart here. Why is that even the chart not even showing up there here? Button on this. Yeah, that's what I'd mentioned here. The CI, we got in on this wedge pattern and a breakout here. We had a beautiful move up and we took it off. It didn't hit its profit zone though. It got up to about 10 cents away from hitting its profit zone. So it never triggered that, and it did come all the way back down. But we got out of it right up here, right into that. We don't have to wait for a profit zone. I typically take it off on the rotation. So you see this rotation here? When it gets above that 80 line, I don't care where it is. If the history of the stock shows me in the downtrend that we sell into that 80 line, then I'm selling into that 80 line. So that's what we did on that. So, you know, not to defend that, you know, it didn't hit its target, but that's just...
Filled.
You remember, these are alerts to the kind of give you an idea where the stocks are at the time, in case you want to get out and you get your targets hit. But in some cases like this, you won't get spot on targets. I mean, it's kind of a annoyance. To make it, oh, it keeps on giving me that choice. You can see what happened here. Beautiful pullback. Again, we knew we were in our falling wedge pattern, and we got a breakout and right up into our profit zone. It continues to look really good. This was one of my favorites. DXC. We chart this out in this way. DXC. There it is. And still looks really good. Again, does this have a similar look to something that we're getting into right now? We're going to be getting in lower trend line, bang, 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 divergence, bang, hanging out there, turning back up. Let's take a look at the weekly. The weekly was perfect back here also. right here. The weekly starting to turn back up. So this still looks really, really good at DXC. But like I said, there's a couple other ones here. PL. PayPal here. Oversold on the weekly. Do we get a nice weekly bounce on this starting? Very possible. Nice divergence, like that. Again, lower trend line. But then the new one here, the brand new one here, what does this have? It the same thing. Lower trend line, lower trend line, lower trend line. Probably even a higher trend line back here. Wow, look at that. That's almost perfect. Push back up. Boom, 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 boom. It just looks too good. It looks so good. All right, so that's it. Let me get this out. Another HPS setup that we are adding to the HPS watch list. You'll get the alerts when the targets are hit and the triggers are hit. If you want to get this full time and you're out there not a member, daytradingradio.com.